What up, though? It's your man, Rap Talk, coming at you again with another album you should know. And today we're gonna get into a Dirty South classic, a motherfucking monster when this boy came out. Dungeon Family's own, the motherfucking Goodie Mob, Soul Food. This album you should know. Get up on this shit, research this shit. We're in the 90s again with this album. This one came out what? I think it was 95, 96, 95. 95 was a good year for music, god damn. It's funny how I'm just starting off this series, but I'm noticing I'm staying in this 90s realm though. But just bear with me though. We gonna get into some other classics and shit. We gonna dip in the 80s, all that. But right now this we on Soul Food time. We on Goodie Mob. Now this album right here, man, I ain't gonna even lie, on some real shit. It took me a minute to get off into the Goodie Mob, cause of course I was introduced to him through Outkast. I remember my man put me up on Goodie Mob, you know. I'm like, Goodie Mob, you know. He was putting me up on this shit, you know, the name. I had to catch on to it. And matter of fact, first I was led off too by that single. Their first single was that Cell Therapy. It took me a minute to get into it, you know. Of course, being from the Midwest, we be open to a lot of different music. Definitely not biased at all. So, but I definitely understood it was a struggle for these guys to break through, because it was a struggle for Outkast to break through. And these guys was a part of that movement. Remember on the Source Awards when 3000 was like, the South got something to say. You know, these guys was a part of that whole movement too, with the positivity and the ruggedness of the South, and just being themselves, just on some gutter shit, you know. Just some country shit, you know. Let's call it what it is. Fuck it. Just some country guys just doing what they do. But they was from the A, you know, repping it their way. The album just start off on some whole, just we about to escape type shit. Just some soulful shit. That's what got me. Matter of fact, the first song on the album is called Free. And it just got a whole vibe on that song of just like, you know, like we just escaping some slavery type shit. Like we on some uplifting shit. You know, the origin of this whole album was just like, you know, let's get free. Let's just mentally break these chains, you know. And that thought process, that was the first song. Of course, this album had to have some Outcasts on it, you know, because, you know, they passing the torch to these guys, you know. They all was a family, which was the Dungeon family. So in that thought process, 3000 showed up on it. He showed out on that motherfucker. That last verse was a motherfucking monster, you know. All in all, man, it just was a good album, man. Do your research on this boy. This is an album you should know, so definitely go check this album out. You had the 30 South, man. These guys was trendsetting, you know. I don't know if they get much credit for that shit, but some of these terms and shit they was using on this album, they still get carried on today, and they get, you know, took it in different perspective. And like I say, like I don't know about y'all, but like these was the first guys I ever heard talking about trap and shit like that. I know I know nowadays when people talk trap, you know what I'm saying, they be like, we trapping, we this, we that, you know. But these guys, these were the first guys I ever heard use that term in the song and shit. And when they was talking about it, they was talking about it the right way too. I'm not saying that anybody doing it wrong now, but the initial shit, when they said this shit on here, they was letting you know, like, we in a trap. Like, this is exactly what the fuck it is. It's a trap. Like, ain't no way out. You know what I'm saying? We in a trap. You know what I'm saying? You in a motherfucking dope spot. You know, that's where you at it. You in a trap mentally and socially, all that. You know, it ain't no way out. That's what I was taking from it, you know. They was giving it to you that way. And of course you had the joints like Soul Food, which is the title track for the album. That was a bad motherfucker too. Damn, they was spitting on that one. Well, we got that fighting. That was a bad motherfucker. That that goodie bag. I ain't gonna lie on some real shit, man. We was able to see that shit. If you really paid attention to these guys, you know, it ain't no secret, man. Niggas knew CeeLo was gonna be a motherfucking star. He stood out on this shit. Especially that song at the end when he just, it sounded like he was freestyling, you know what I'm saying? When he say, first of all, instead of about, you know, he goes the fuck off. And there's some nice joints on this album, man. Go research this shit, man. You got joints like Sesame Street, Guess Who. As men, they giving it up for their mothers. You know, that's an ode to the mother on that Guess Who. All that, man. Go research this album, man. This is some good shit, man. They came with it. Goodie Mob. Shout out to them, man. Still doing their thing. Like I say, people knew CeeLo was going to be a star. Everybody doing their thing. Soul Food. Over and out. Rap Talk, man. Albums you should know. Rap Talk.